The New York Knicks defeated the Philadelphia 76ers 118 to 115 in a thriller. This game was very exciting to watch, and I'm kind of like bummed out to some degree that the series is over, I would say, because it was just so exciting. Credit to both these teams for just competing at a high level in this series. Both of them had a competitive spirit that they were not willing to die. So I respect that mentality. That's what basketball is about. Hopefully we see more rounds like this, but this was a great series, and I'm not a fan of either team, so I was neutral, but I felt this was very enjoyable. To me, it was like the old NBA saying from the 90s, the NBA is fantastic. This was definitely that type of series. It was great to watch. This game had a lot of swings. The Knicks started off this game very strong from the beginning. I think at one point in time they had a 17-point lead in the first half. But the Sixers, they started to come back in this game when their bench entered the game. Buddy Hield, he hit a bunch of three-pointers in the second quarter just to rally the Sixers back. Him and I believe Brandon Payne had a good game off the bench. I mean, Cam Payne, my bad. Cam, not really, I guess, from box scores, but I swear, whenever this guy enters the game, they would go on these runs. Batum was great off the bench. Just he had 16 points. The one guy from the Sixers I felt that didn't play well, and he had some great games in the series, was Tyrese Maxey. Just 6 of 18 overall from the field, just 17 points. Definitely not enough what the Sixers needed in this game. So he dropped an egg in this game, I felt, or laid an egg, as they say. Just not good enough. And you look at the Knicks, their bench was god awful. 5 points total from their bench. They were basically a mashed unit in this game. It was really their starters that came through big for them when they really needed it, to be truthful. But Jalen Brunson just was amazing in this game. I would say 41 points. He was clutch throughout it. The one thing I would say, not about Jalen, but about the Knicks, was Tibbs' strategy of double teaming Embiid in the second quarter was just very weird to me. That allowed the Sixers to get team fire because other guys started hitting shots. And then in the third quarter, the Sixers zone really took over the game and got them the lead. And it seemed like the Knicks were melting, but somehow they were able to weather the storm and get back in the game. There was probably several times in this game where I thought the Knicks were going to fall apart when the Sixers were going on these runs. But they held strong, and they were able to counter during these brutal runs by scoring crucial points, getting crucial offensive rebounds, which was really big. So you got to credit the Knicks for having that diehard mentality. Sixers had it too, but just like I said, I respected both those teams. I'll say this: Joel Embiid had a great game with 39 points, 13 rebounds, on overall 48% overall from the field, 40% from three. This guy laid it all out in line. He played through pain throughout the series, so I had to respect that. As a competitor, he never gave up. He fought hard, and you can't really blame this loss on him. He laid it all out. So credit to him. The only knock I have on him was just his dirty play every game. To me, he's too great of a player to go that route. He was taking taking dirty play to just another level, I felt, at times, with his cheap shots, and he was just taking a page out of like the Draymond Green playbook of being dirty. Just it was disgraceful and not a good look for him. But to me, it just shows desperation from this guy, that he's getting older. He knows his time is very short, just due to his health history. I don't think his body's going to hold up really well in the next 5 years. So you'll see more of this dirty play from him for years to come, I believe, because it's just desperation. So I just had to say that about him. But just going back to the Knicks, Jalen Brunson keeps proving my point, which I've said. He is the second greatest Knicks since Patrick Ewing. Just there hasn't been a guy better than Jalen Brunson in the last 24 years for the Knicks. And yes, I put him over Carmelo. He, to me, is definitely better than Carmelo. Just when you look at his his playoff performances, his clutch heroics, just the way he's carried this team. He's having an MVP like season. I don't think Carmelo ever had an MVP like season with the Knicks. I guess you could say 2013, but I'd say Jalen has really put the Knicks back on the map as at least a respectable franchise. Something Carmelo couldn't do. Granted, they had that 1 year when they got out of the first round with him, but this is the second year in a row Jalen has done this. So it shows that the Knicks are for real, and they have a legit team that can be good for the next several years. I would say going into this off season, they just have to tweak their roster a little bit, see if they can add some more pieces. But they have a good thing going with him, and you hope next year they're healthy. Granted, they're still going to be playing the next round, but just like to put that point out there. But this was a great series. Really enjoyed it, and hopefully the next series is great too with Knicks and Pacers. I hope for a great competitive series. I'll make a video on that one later, what I expect.